So today I'm going to present this Gear.exe. It's a new technology backed by Gear technology. So, okay, let's start. How many developers do we have here? Please raise your hands. I'm pretty sure that almost all of you. Okay, over there, here. Okay. Well, actually, all of us develop applications in Ethereum in a normal way. We pay the gas fees in Ether. It depends on what kind of application we are developing and the cost of the processing we need. We execute all on-chain or we send transactions off-chain, right? And we use layer 2s and all that we all know. Well, just imagine that we suddenly change this without fragmenting the network. I mean, we're not trying to move our users or accounts into another network, but everything stays in the same network. That's exactly what it is, Gear.exe, okay? And imagine that the gas that you are paying so far for all these transactions, it will be really low. So how is this? Okay, so Gear.exe is a bridgeless revolutionary technology. Basically, we are a coprocessor for Ethereum. Just imagine that you can send all the hard processing stuff that you need in your smart contract to this revolutionary machine. It's based on WebAssembly, and we can provide parallelism to the blockchain. Interesting, right? How many of you have used parallelism in Ethereum? Please raise your hand. Okay, some of you. Let's interact with how it works here. Keep in mind this. This is not a blockchain. Okay. So what it brings to the ecosystem, this is a decentralized compute network, okay? We are not saving accounts into the network. We are not creating blocks because we are not fragmenting the Ethereum network. That's the main purpose why we don't create another blockchain. This is a decentralized compute network, okay? So the interesting stuff here is about how we achieve this parallelization stuff. As this is based on technology created before and we already proved in layer 1 cold water network, which is based on WebAssembly and Substrate. We already implement their parallelism using some pillars. Do you know what is an actor model? Raise your hands here if you have heard about that. Okay, nice. Now, can you stay here just to complete the... you are going away. Okay, no worries. Well, actor model is an interesting paradigm that is implemented already in Web 2, that it helps us to create really applications that can be scaled. Why? Because in the system, everything that we have in the system is an actor. A wallet is an actor, a user is an actor, a bridge is an actor. So why we implement this? Because when actors are in the network, we can just send messages in the same language, let's say. So we can just send and receive messages in an asynchronous way, and this enables the starting of implementation of parallelism in the network, right? Also, something important is that every smart contract here is WebAssembly based, right? And in the network, every smart contract has its own message queue. That's why we can send multiple messages at the same time, and this message queue will process all the messages in the network, and it's going to give a really powerful feature on this. Okay, instant finalization. As we are not a blockchain, then we are just sending the message from Ethereum to Gear.exe network. We execute everything, and in one block, we can return the result into the Ethereum network. We don't need to wait for double confirmation as we wait right now in layer 2, for example, right? Okay. Also, watch state results on Etherscan. You can see everything at the end of this processing in the normal tooling that you already use in Ethereum. This is really important. What about nearly zero fees? Okay, we have proved that we can work with our smart contract technology, bringing almost zero free cost to all these developers that implement really high processes in the network. So it's interesting because if you now are paying a lot, if you use this network, you will decrease the amount that you are using to run your smart contracts on-chain, totally on-chain. Then just think about if right now you are using another network or you are executing off-chain processes, Gear.exe will help you to bring everything in a centralized way, so you don't need to trust in a centralized server, and it will be faster than it is right now and with lower cost, okay? Well, we have something called reverse gas model. Who use here in your application reverse gas model? Please raise your hand. 1, 2, okay. Why is this important? When you create an application, you want a user interact with that without problems. The easiest way possible, the better. So no wallet, no tokens, no sign-in transaction. All this technology is possible with Gear.exe because the user will interact with your application as if it were a Web 2 application. Okay? Then you, as a developer, you are able to pay the gas fees up front because we have a model called payless transaction, which is based on vouchers that stores digital assets, the tokens of the network, that we can use to pay up front. Then the end user won't pay anything to interact with this network. That's something really amazing because we are providing to the user a good interaction with the network. Okay? Well, something interesting, and it will be really nice for all of you that are entering into how to create better scalable applications that is based on Rust. Rust so far has proved that it's a really good programming, low-level programming languages with a good memory management and safe applications, right? Then we use Rust in order to create our smart contracts. So if you are bringing some specific code that you are using right now in Solidity, you just need to get this code into Rust and compile your smart contract there so you will use it in Gear.exe. Okay, we implement some networks, some libraries. We have our own library called Sales. This is basically a library that enables developers to use Web 2 patterns like singleton, factory, abstraction. All those patterns are able to use in a Web 3 ecosystem. So that is really nice because if you are a Web 2 developer, you don't need to learn new skills in order to bring your project into the Web 3 ecosystem thanks to this technology. Okay, here we have a design, how it works right now, the ecosystem, the whole of Gear.exe. We have the networks, of course, of Ethereum network, we have Vara network, and we have this, that is the engine that works and facilitates all the processing that you need in your application. So at the end, for the end user, for example, this build a dApp, test it in prod, it's ready to interconnect your Ethereum application with the engine based on WebAssembly. So this part will resolve what we need in order to decrease the price of the gas fees, basically almost zero because it's really cheap, the network. And after this result, will be processed and used by the Ethereum smart contract, okay? I would like to show you some video. I maybe, after this video, you will know how good it will be implementing this. So let's go there. Can you help me to open the video that we already shared? Okay, look, we have this video prepared for you. Please check, and I'm going to explain. This is a game that is running completely on-chain, okay? All the maths, all the calcs to understand how the ball moves are really exhausted for the processing, right? So let's see the numbers. If we were this application in the Ethereum, this will be the cost and the gas fee that we used. Okay, actually we don't know this. We don't use this. If we do it in EVM Arbitrum, it will cost 200. Let's see what happened with this parallelization compute network. We are running right now 16 threads at the same time, not one, 16. So exactly the same calculations we are running in 16 different processors, where one processor cores, if your computer has the cores that you want it will be run in all the cores at the same time. In only 20 cents of dollar, it costs this. So we have tried exactly the same example in different other networks, and even it's a little bit affordable, but not as a Gear.exe. If you want to check the code of the game that I already showed you here, you can go and scan this QR, and if you have any question, we can talk after the presentation. That's it, guys. Thank you so much.